With 2024 just around the corner, many of us are planning for the future whilst looking back at the year we've just had. My name is Damiano Cambridge, and if you're looking for a change in the new year or just to finish this year off strong, then this is the video for you. So stick around because we'll be planning our 2024 goals, figuring out how to stick to them and how to smash the absolute granny out of them. But first, with that out of the way, it's that time of year again when we start to think about our goals. What we want to achieve next year, what we achieve this year, and what we need to be better at. And if you're like me, then those goals probably move further and further away as time goes on. Which is why, my friends, we need to instill a method and a formula to keep track and to keep accountable of those goals. Because without them, you may as well just write them down on paper and set fire to it immediately. But let's say you actually want to improve on your goal completing skills. How would you go about that? Well, firstly, your goals need to be specific, measurable, and achievable. Secondly, you'll need to decide if they're relevant to your end goal. Thirdly, you're going to need to work to a deadline. And lastly, you're going to need a place to write and review these goals regularly as to keep accountable for them. This is called the SMART framework. Now, if you join me over on the computer, we're going to jump into Notion. And if you're not familiar with Notion, in short, Notion is
a single space where you can think, write and plan, capture thoughts, manage a project, or even run an entire company and do it exactly the way you want.
What I like about Notion is that it allows me to run a template that practically plans every aspect of my life. But more specifically to this video, goals. And speaking of goals, one of my goals this year is to hit 300 subscribers on YouTube. So you know what to do. As you can see, I've opened up my goals page on Notion and the template is already pre-populated with weekly, monthly and yearly goals alongside with wins and highlights I may want to acknowledge and things to work on next year or next month. In the monthly and year section, we also have 3 drop-down sections for personal, work and financial. And if you watch my fresh start video, you'll know that financial goals are definitely something that need to be in my plan for next year, even starting from now. So I'm going to go ahead and write some goals for next year. Let's say improve on impulse purchases and spending. Now that could be, for me, electricals, or it could be takeaways that I don't really need. What happens is we tend to do the food shop and then I sort of get bored and don't want to cook, so I'll end up offering a takeaway suggestion. Now I need to stop doing that, so we'll put in here food and tech, just so I'm clear. So that's it being clear, specific, relevant to what I need to do for that goal and to achieve it. I know that I shouldn't improve. I know that I should improve on impulse purchases and spending. Now, for work for me, I'm going to treat as a YouTube thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put gain, let's go 500 subs. No. Yeah. No, we won't. Gain 1,000 subs on YouTube. And then when I come up here to the monthly one, I'm going to put gain 500 subs on YouTube, 6-month goal. So in here, I've put a deadline from January to June, July time. The deadline's there now, so I'm going to try and hit that target by June next year. Obviously, I'll link this template down below. You guys can check this out if you want. There's so much on it. There's planner for your days. There's the goal sheets. There's like fitness. There's nutrition. There's finance trackers. There's all sorts of stuff in this template. I'll link it down below and you guys can check out for yourself. Back to this. So wins and highlights. So in this respect, this is gonna be 2023. So wins and highlights. I left a high pressure job and started a new career in roofing. That's a win for me because in terms of my hypothyroidism, which if you haven't checked that video out, I'll link that down below for you. Stress is a main factor in making the symptoms a lot worse and harder to deal with. So leaving a high pressure job for a job that I find a lot less stressful and outdoors in the fresh air, that was a win for me, so I'm going to put that there. Another win this year it's sort of a this year one, but a next year one. Secured Taylor Swift Eras Tour tickets for next year. Now the reason that is a highlight and a win is because it was so hard to secure those tickets. Like, if you know, you know. So looking forward to that next year. Probably film that. And things to improve on next year. Also, impulsive, if I can spell it correctly, impulsive spending, diet, walking, Oscar more often. Now, they're just general things I need to improve on, but that's the general gist of this template on Notion. They're all clear, precise goals. I know what I need to work on. I know when that I need to work on it, how long I've got to work on it, as you can see on all these ones. And also what I like about Notion is not only have you got the Mac app, it also runs on Windows, it runs on Android, it runs on iPhone, so I can pick it up on my phone, I can pick it up on my laptop, I can pick it up on my iPad, I can pick it up wherever I need to be. It's always there. There's a web app. So that's Notion in a nutshell of how I plan my goals. But I'm old-fashioned as well, and you can't beat a notepad. So I would also write my goals in there as well as on my laptop. I spend so much time on my laptop. It's good to have it there. But there's just something, there's just something about writing it down. I feel like if you write it, you're making the effort to put it out there. I know typing on an app like Notion or Craft is also putting it out there, but I feel like you put more effort into writing it down physically in a journal. So I do that as well. That's my process for planning for my goals next year. I would love to know what some of your goals are for 2024. Please put them down in the comments below. It's been great to film this. It's actually been quite eye-opening for me. But that's going to be it for the video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.